What's up everyone, it's Bucky and welcome to your 7th Python tutorial. In the last tutorial I talked to you guys about strings. Now that you guys have a basic understanding of strings, I can talk a little bit deeper on how strings are more useful, and this is actually a more helpful tutorial. Now in the last couple tutorials I showed you guys if you printed out a string just like this, then it gave you a return value in single quotes. But if you printed it out like this, use the print statement and put something like that, it wouldn't give you single quotes around it. And this is because when it outputs it, what Python does is convert your code to strings, but it does it in two different ways. Now just take note of that for now, and I'm going to show you guys how to convert to strings and actually why it's useful. In some applications, or probably the most useful function of why this is even important at all, is because a lot of the times you're going to want to treat a number as a string. So say you have a variable called num and it's equal to 18. So go ahead and set that variable equal to 18, and now you can do math with it, like num plus 16 equals 34. But if you want to use it in a string, like print and then put Bucky is whatever, we can just leave that. Typos, they're fun. Bucky is, and then we tried to add the number 18 to a string. Look what we get. So we can't concatenate a string and add it with a number, even though we want to output the sentence Bucky is 18. So instead of doing that, we need to find a way to change that number into a string, because now what Python is doing is saying, alright, we have some letters and we want to add a number to it. How the F do you add a number to letters? That's not math, that's not English, that's not nothing. So now we have to find a way to convert that 18 into a string. So what we would do is put num, and then we set this equal to not 18 but str, and inside that put 18. And what this does is say, alright, whatever we put for the number variable, take the string 18, not the number 18. Now press enter. Now instead of the value 18 as a number, it sees it as a string, or just characters that it can output on the screen. Now if we try print and Bucky is, I'll spell it right this time, and then write num like that, we get Bucky is 18. So that's how you can convert a number to a string, so you can use it to like output stuff to user, and it doesn't give you a bunch of error messages. Another thing that you can do is, say you have something like let's make another variable num2, move my cursor out of the way, num2 equals, actually let's get like 32 or something. Another thing that we can do that's real quick and that doesn't really use a function that you have to type out is use something called backticks. Now backticks are against our long, hold on, let me gather my thoughts. They're above that little tab key and beside the 1 on your keyboard. It's below the little squiggly line. It's below this thing. And let me show you guys how you guys can convert values or anything to a string using backticks. Backticks. Alright, here we go. Let's say we got 32 stored in num2. So anytime we try to concatenate that to a string, it's going to give us an error message. So let's go ahead and print my mom is add num2. Now this would give you an error message right here. So since this is a number and this is a string, so how can we convert this to a string without using the string function? All you'd have to do is put backticks around it just like that. Now once you press enter, bam. So again, backticks and the string function are two different ways where you can convert anything to a string. And again, this is useful because if you don't, it's going to try to treat this as a number and this is a bunch of letters, and it's going to try to treat this as a math operator, and you can't add numbers to letters. It just doesn't make sense. And one last one I want to talk to you guys about, this REPR function. This it's a little different than the string function, But for now, I'm going to just tell you guys that it does the same thing. That is, anytime you use the string, you can use this one right here, and it does the same thing. So again, string, REPR, and backticks are 3 different ways where you can convert crap to strings using Python. So that's your quick tutorial. This is going to help you understand the next section. So pay attention to this, play around with it a little bit, and I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to subscribe. See you.